steady, and almost calming, but no one in China expected that within 48 hours, this gentle drizzle would turn into one of the most catastrophic floods in recent memory. Entire cities have vanished beneath water. Streets that once pulsed with life are now rivers of mud and debris. This is not just a weather event. This is a nightmare that has swallowed a nation whole. In the heart of central China, relentless rainfall has pounded provinces like Hubei, Hunan, and Guizhou. For 2 straight days, the skies opened up without mercy. Rain fell in sheets, hammering rooftops, overflowing rivers, and collapsing bridges. Within hours, the storm had turned bustling cities into islands, with people trapped in their apartments, waving from windows for help that could barely reach them. From the air, drone footage reveals a horrifying panorama, entire districts submerged, highways turned into canals, cars floating like leaves on an endless sea of brown. Thousands of rescue workers are battling not only the flood but exhaustion, wading through waist-deep water to reach families stranded on rooftops. The sound of helicopters echoes through the rain-soaked skies, a reminder that every minute counts, and every life still matters. In many areas, rainfall has already exceeded what usually falls in an entire month. The Yangtze River and its tributaries are swelling beyond danger levels, and local dams are straining under the immense pressure. Villages that once sat safely along the riverbanks are now erased from the map. Homes, shops, and farmlands, all gone in the blink of an eye. What remains is silence,
oh my
broken
God!
only by the relentless sound of rain. People tell stories of how the water rose faster than it could believe. One man from Hunan said he had only 10 minutes to grab his child and run until his house was engulfed. Another woman recalls standing on the roof, watching clouds being swept away, fearing that children would not take a family nap. Across the country, millions are now displaced, their homes underwater, their futures concerned. Government emergency alerts have been flashing non-stop. Red warnings, the highest level of alert, have been issued across multiple provinces. Trains have stopped, airports have closed, and major power plants have shut down due to the flooding. Thousands of factories along industrial zones have halted production. The economic loss is already unimaginable, but the human loss is far greater. As one survivor put it, money can be replaced, people cannot. The scene at night is even more haunting. The rain beats endlessly against broken rooftops. The wind howls through flooded streets. The sound of distant sirens blends with cries for help from families trapped inside their homes. For many, the only light comes from the faint glow of cell phones as they wait, hoping rescue teams will find them before the water does. Rescue operations are ongoing, but the scale of the disaster has stretched resources thin. The army, the police, and countless volunteers are working around the clock, forming human chains in the floodwaters to bring people to safety. Videos circulating online show firefighters breaking through windows to pull children out, and elderly citizens being carried through chest-deep water on makeshift rafts. In the chaos, acts of bravery have become the only light in a dark and terrifying time. Experts are calling this flood a wake-up call, another sign that China's climate patterns are shifting dramatically. The combination of seasonal monsoons, atmospheric rivers, and human-driven climate change has created conditions for extreme rainfall events like this one. Meteorologists warn that this could be only the beginning of a longer, harsher rainy season. In short, the worst might still be ahead. In provinces along the Yangtze River, authorities are also watching the Three Gorges Dam closely. It remains one of the most controversial megastructures in China, A marvel of engineering that promises protection but also holds unimaginable risk. As torrential rain continues, massive pressure is building behind its walls. Officials insist the dam is secure. Yet the growing flood levels downstream tell a different story. Many fear that if the rainfall continues, smaller dams and levees could fail, causing chain reactions that would be disastrous. Farmers in rural areas have lost everything. Vast fields of rice, corn, and vegetables destroyed overnight. Livestock swept away, barns collapsed, and roads buried in mud. Some families are living in temporary tents, cooking over small fires, and waiting for government aid that struggles to reach them. We've survived the rain, one farmer said, but now we must survive the days after it. The human toll is heartbreaking. Hospitals are overcrowded, clean water is scarce, electricity and communication lines are down in several regions. Medical teams are trying to prevent outbreaks of disease that often follow large floods. In evacuation centers, children sleep beside the elderly, their faces pale and tired, their eyes empty from shock. On Chinese social media, millions are posting under the same question: why does this keep happening? Some blame the deforestation of river valleys. Others criticize rapid urban development or paved over natural drainage systems. Satellite images show that many areas built over wetlands and river channels are now among the hardest hit. Experts say nature is simply taking back what humans have stolen: space for water to flow. Environmental scientists point out that climate change is intensifying every storm. Every drop of rain, warmer air holds more moisture, and when it releases, it does so with destructive force. What used to be once in a century, floods are now happening every few years. For China, a nation with vast cities and dense populations, this means every storm can become a national crisis. Meanwhile, stories of courage spread faster than the flood itself. In one viral video, a young man jumps into swirling water to rescue a grandmother trapped in her home. Another shows a group of soldiers forming a line to carry supplies across a flooded bridge that's moments away from collapsing. These moments remind the world that even when nature shows its worst, humanity often shows its best. Keep rising. Landslides are being reported in roads and bridges split, making access to road levels almost impossible. In some areas, communication is completely cut off, leaving thousands unconnected. Helicopters run through the deficit, while drones scan signs of life without visible weather. At the same time, the government faces increasing scrutiny. Many citizens are questioning whether officials acted fast enough. Early warning systems reportedly failed in some regions. Videos show local leaders caught off guard, with no evacuation plans in place. This has fueled anger online, as residents accuse authorities of prioritizing property and image over people's safety. Still, amid chaos and grief, resilience blooms. Communities are coming together, sharing food, rescuing strangers, and rebuilding their community. Volunteers from unaffected provinces are driving for hours just to deliver blankets and bottled water. Across China, donations are pouring in. For every tragedy, there is compassion. For every collapse, one reaching out to lift another. As the skies finally begin to clear in some regions, the true scale of destruction becomes visible. Roads have cracked apart, entire bridges are gone, large ones snapped like cords of wood. The cleanup will take months, maybe years. Economists predict billions in losses, but environmental experts say the damage to ecosystems and farmlands could take a generation to heal. And yet, perhaps the most haunting question remains: what if this is not the last time? What if the next storm is even stronger? What can humanity do when nature demands balance? These floods are not just a Chinese tragedy. They are a warning to the entire world about the power of water and the fragility of human ambition. The rain has stopped for now, but the memories will not fade. The people of China will rebuild, as they always have, with strength, with unity, and with the stubborn hope that tomorrow will be bright. But deep down, everyone knows, when the next dark cloud gathers, fear will return, because once you've seen a city disappear beneath the water, you never look at rain the same way again.